Getting started. Now from this point onwards, I'll be demonstrating you how to do SEO on the actual demo website that I have set up specifically for this course. So from this point, the requirements will be: number one, you have to have your WordPress website set up on a custom domain or hosting. But if you don't have right now, you can just go back and set it up right now after this slide. Second, ability to understand WordPress basic usage such as plugins installation, theme installation, etc. And third, keep in mind how SEO works, which I explained to you in the previous slides. Lesson 3. Necessary plugins and themes for WordPress. Now the first plugins which I recommended you to install is Yoast SEO or similar, such as Rank Math, All-in-One SEO Pack, etc. Now if you have some other plugins installed similar to this, that's well and good, but what I recommend you is Yoast SEO. But if you already have others such as Rank Math or All-in-One SEO Pack, or that's fine as well. Second, WP Fastest Catch. This is a catching plugin which will help speed up your website much better. Third, Auto Optimize. It works similar to what WP Fastest Catch, but it kind of optimizes your website at the code level. For example, HTML code, CSS code, and JavaScript code. Next one, WP Smudge or EWW Image Optimizer. Now these two plugins are used to optimize your images, or in a simple way, to compress your image size. The reason being, image is one of the main reasons why your website loads slow. Next one, Redirection. Redirection is a plugin used to redirect your website to another URL. Now I'll talk about redirection again in an upcoming lecture in technical SEO. Social Pug. This is a plugin which will install a social sharing buttons on your pages or posts. Now if you have installed some other sharing plugins, that's well and good. It also works. But what I recommend Social Pug is because I find it to be easy to use, as well as it has a very nice interface. Next one is AMP for WP. Now this is an optional plugin. If you have them on your website, that's well and good, but if you don't have, that's fine as well. I'll talk about what is AMP in an upcoming lecture. Next one is FCM plugin. This plugin is used to install a code which you will get from Google tools such as Search Console and Google Analytics, and you have to paste this code on your website. Now what this plugin does, it actually act as a container where you can install those code directly on your website. Now the reason why I label it as optional is because you can actually paste those codes into your WordPress theme file as well. But if you find that to be complicated, you can use this plugin instead. And the recommended themes for your WordPress is Astra, GeneratePress, and Ocean WP. I personally use Astra, and the reason being is I find it to be very flexible and easy to use, as well as lightning fast. But GeneratePress also loads very fast as well, but it may contain less functionality than Astra. And Ocean WP, it has lots of functionalities but may not be as fast as these two. And the reason why I recommend these three is because of their flexibility, user friendliness, and speed and lightning weight. Okay, so let me show you my the website which I set up, so I can guide you through the installation and setup of Yoast SEO. So this is the back end of my demo website which I set up specifically for this course. As you can see here, I've installed the listed plugins already, such as AMP for WP, this one, Auto Optimize, HFCM, Redirection, and Smudge. And this is the user interface, the actual website which I set up specifically for this course. As you can see here, this is a pet care website, and I'll be using this website throughout this course to demonstrate, how, for example, how to write an SEO optimized article and do everything else here. As you can see, this is just a starting template. I have just set it up without the actual content yet. Like you can see, it is just a lorem ipsum text, and I've got a page set up like about us page, this service page, blog, get in touch, and there's just a button here. So once you have these plugins installed on your WordPress, you can just go ahead and activate them. But in this lesson, I'm just going to guide you through the setup of Yoast SEO for the one that doesn't know how to set this up correctly. So once you have installed Yoast, you just go ahead and activate it. Just give it a minute here. Alright, so once you have activated, you get this kind of notification at the top, and basically you don't really have to worry much about this. What you have to do next is go to configuration wizard, which will help set things up quicker than go to do it manually. Okay, so this is the first question which you get asked. I would recommend you have tick this option. The faster you get your website to get indexed, the better you're gonna rank. I mean, not the better you're gonna rank, but the faster your website gonna rank. Because it doesn't matter how many content you have, just quickly have it indexed as soon as possible. Once you click that, then you click next. And here, what does your website represent? I would represent it as let's see, let me just represent it as a corporation just for now. I mean, in fact, this actually doesn't matter much, but it just gonna set up a schema for your website. I'll explain to you what a schema means. Okay, so here, structured data. So you just have to name your organization. I'm just gonna name it as SEO demo website. And here you can connect your social media URL here, and you can just choose an image, which I'm just gonna skip it for now. So this for now, basically you just all to have just click yes for now for every thing here. But for example, if you have other things such as templates here, this belongs to my page builder for which I use for a website, and that is Elementor. So I would not want this to actually shows up, so I would not index this page. But for you, it's probably going to be everything here. But if you have anything other than post pages and header and footer template, okay, I would also no index this one. I mean, besides posts and pages, if you have other, let's say if you have an online shop that sells e-commerce website, then you would have products as well which will pop up here, so you would want to index those. But other than that, unnecessary things, just click no on this and click next. Multiple authors, how many author or how many administrator how many people that will be writing your content. So in this case, I have no multiple authors because I'm the only one who gonna write their content, so I click no here. And this section basically is going to let you choose how you would want your website title to get displayed on Google. Now what I mean by title is, for example, if I search for pet care in Los Angeles, for an example, now what it will show up are these search results, right? And what I mean by title is this one. As you can see here how it's structured, so you got the name, you got the keyword here, the description, and then you got this hyphen here. So basically what Yoast is asking you is how would you want this to look on the search results. So by default it has this dash, which is exactly this one, but for some website you might notice with this symbol here. So I would just leave it like that, but if you want some other, then that's fine. So just click next. And this is just the Yoast tutorial that will ask you to sign up, so you really don't need that. And just click next. and that's it. You've done it. You have set up the Yoast SEO. Now that's all for it. I mean, now the next phase, the next thing that you will want to use this Yoast is when you actually start writing the content, which I'll be teaching you in an upcoming lecture when we actually dive in how to write SEO optimized content. So that's all for it for the Yoast SEO setup and plugins. Hope you have installed them and activate them. I would recommend you to activate only the recommended plugins and leave the optional one for now. For example, the AMP for WP or HSFCM, you would want to leave those first and just activate those which I recommended. And once you have set up the Yoast, I mean, it will be right here in the Yoast section. You really don't have to go around and play with this. I mean, once you have set it up, that's all for the Yoast. And that's all for the lecture, and see you in the upcoming lecture.